Hi, Pat.
Hello.
What's your story? How did you
Okay, my
Okay.
story is I was working in the East End of Vancouver. I was working as a life skills coach in a street school named East End BTSD, which stands for Better Training and Skills Development. It was sponsored by the Canadian government. It was 1972. And I answered the phone. There were three of us teaching, and I answered the phone, and someone was giving a message to another person in the office, which I took for them. The message was, there's a man coming to town from the Gestalt Institute who's going to talk about Gurdjieff. And I knew who Gurdjieff was, and I knew what the Gestalt Institute was, and it was fascinating to me, and I thought, I think I'll go to this. And it was going to be at a place called The Maples, which funnily enough turns out to be a place where Bill DeGroot worked for many years. The Maples was a residence care place for teenagers. And so that was my little message, and I went to that place. It was 2 days later, and there was a dialogue in the form of a Platonic dialogue. That's a very formalized style of conversation, and the conversation was between Ray Walker and E.J. Gold, sometimes at that time known as Beast. And the conversation was about psyche and essence. And I heard that conversation, and I sat in the audience, and then I went in the ladies' room, and I looked in the mirror, and I said, well, that's it. And I didn't talk, which if you know me, you know is ridiculous. I always talk, but I didn't talk for 3 days. And then they offered to do a movements demonstration at the Vancouver Art Gallery. And the Vancouver Art Gallery had not John Cage, I can't remember the name of the man. He did musical playgrounds. It was a
Moondog?
no, he was Canadian. I'll think of his name at some point. He had a demonstration piece there, and they did the movements in one of the rooms next to there. And after the demonstration, somebody came out in the middle and said, well, we would like to set up movements classes in Vancouver, and we need a place. And I said, oh, I have a place. And I volunteered the school that I worked in without checking with anybody. I said, yeah, sure, it's available after hours Thursday nights, no problem. And that's my story.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And what year was that, did you say?
72.
72.
Yeah, 1972.